Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Saray, and in this video we are going to be setting up the month of March for my budgeting. I'm going to be using my Paper and Glam stickers. I'm in my Paper and Glam era, or my Paper and Glam phase. So that's what we're going to be setting up, and as per usual I'm using my Petite budget book from Erin, Condren, which is my budgeting book budget system. So because I'm not going to be using one of my budgeting kits, I'm really interested to see how all of this is going to turn out, which I'm sure it's going to be fine, but I'm just really into having all of my spreads match, and I've recently gone back to my Paper and Glam stickers. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Now, this budget is a little bit different because we are jumping sort of like right in the middle of the month. So today is somewhere March 10th or 11th. Today's March 11th. So I am a little bit behind with my budgeting because I was away. I had been attending the Go Wild Planner Conference in Washington, D.C., and I did not get a chance to set up my monthly budget before I left. And obviously because I was on vacation, I was spending like I had no budget to be worried about. And I will go ahead and share what I spent totally for that trip in a blog post, as well as maybe in a separate video. But yeah, I was a little bit loose during this vacation, so I had to sort of kind of get back on track when I got back. But I did end up closing out my budget for the month of February, and I did come under the budget only because I did receive a bonus from work and some unexpected sort of extra cash. So I came under. However, had that not happened, I probably wouldn't have. Well, I know for a fact I wouldn't have. So some areas of opportunities here. In terms of logging all the transactions, it was a little bit of a struggle because I left for Go Wild, and I hadn't tracked when I came back. I came back on the 5th of March. When I came back, I hadn't logged any transactions since February 16th. So for this past month, I have been not a little bit reckless when it came to my budget. So, but that's bound to happen. We're not going to beat ourselves up. We're just going to pick up where we are, and we're going to start to move forward. Now, because it was a short month, it was such a hectic month, I did not do a regular budget check-in, so I'm giving myself a 1 star. And then a Go Wild budget, I'm actually going to give myself a 1 star too, because honestly, I didn't budget for Go Wild. I had money in my savings account. Some of the money that I had saved was for Go Wild, but it wasn't specifically named. Like, I didn't really have a budget category that was titled Go Wild. As a result, I overindulged, which is fine, and I don't regret it because I had an amazing time. And I actually created an Instagram post talking about this because I am not going to put a price on the amazing week that I had with my best friend, with all of my other friends from the planner community. I cannot put a price on that. It was definitely one of the best experiences I've had in my entire life until now. Was my favorite Go Wilds ever, and I'm just not going to stress out about it. So was February the best month? No, it's probably my worst month budgeting so far. But nonetheless, like I said, we'll just pick up the pieces. We'll jump right into where we left off. So I did have to go back and log all of the transactions from February 16th all the way till now, basically. And so that I knew exactly where I was at, which is fine. Obviously, March is probably not going to be a good month either, because the way that Go Wild started was in February 27th, I think was Go Wild didn't start until March 2nd, but my vacation started on February 27th, so it kind of bled into the month. So that's where we are. All right, so we're gonna get super creative because again, I don't have a kit, but so we're gonna get creative with some of these with some of these stickers, which I think work out just fine. So what did I do? So as soon as I got back, I started to log all of the transactions. I determined how much I had in terms of I had spent in terms of all the categories where I had spent so far. And then I made some adjustments in terms of, okay, how much do I still have to spend? And even if I had overspent in a specific category, like let's say, for instance, groceries, which I haven't overspent because I haven't gone grocery shopping, but let's say I had overspent in that category. Well, we'll still need to eat, so I still need to allocate some money to it. So obviously it's just going to be a little bit more of a conservative amount, but that's something that, you know, obviously I'm not gonna, I need to make sure that we have food for the month. So even if I go over in that category, no big deal. So I'm going to use this boxes obviously for my goals. All right, so the first goal this month will be to generate some sort of extra income. Whether that is through my shop or if it is like selling something. The second goal is to stick to the budgeted category amounts. And then the last goal would be my regular budget check-ins. Okay, I did grab some of these rating stars from an extra budget kit that I had, because I really do like to go back and rate myself, see how I did against my goal. And I also grabbed some of these other scripts too. And I don't know if I have any washi tape for this collection from P&G, but I'll just use these little header strips and I'll kind of like attach them together. Go on. Do this one. And I'm gonna do, this one will be the breakdown of what I'm going to do in order to generate that extra income. And I'm super excited about this pen slash slicer. I think it's a slicer. It's the first time I'm using it. Oh wow, it's so precise. This one was given to us by a table mate. I believe it was a table mate or someone who stopped at our table during Go Wild. And I was so excited when I saw that as the gift, because that definitely comes in handy. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip it over. Just put it over here. And the reason why I'm doing it this way is because I don't want the seam to be too obvious, and since I'm putting the lettering on top of that section of the seam, it won't be as noticeable. There we go. And I think the other side of this is a pen, which I have not tried out yet, but I was so excited for this. Thank you so much. Definitely gonna, this one's definitely a big keeper. Okay, so, and then this one I need to just write some reminders for this month. All right, so this one is gonna be for extra income. let's see how I do, because I am so busy with work, and I feel terrible because I haven't been able to like get my shop up to like a sustainability that I would like. But my day job is becoming increasingly busier, and I'm just not sure on, you know, how I can do it. But I definitely have goals that I want to, you know, achieve. So I'm going to do my best to ensure that that I, you know, I'm able to you know, obviously deliver for you guys, because I know I hate like the inconsistency. So I have to figure some stuff out. So this is just some ideas that I'm just jotting down to generate that extra income. And this space, I love it, you know, like in terms of like the flexibility, you can use it for however you want. So sometimes I've listed like the breakdown of my cash envelopes, I've listed like online purchases. So it seems like every month is a little bit different, and it's all just going to depend on what you have going on in that particular month. This month, I'm sort of using it as a mini reset because I kind of started off late. You know, I feel like I'm all over the place. So I'm just going to use it as, you know, I'm just going to do the best that I can this month. And then in April, we can revisit again and figure out ways to really tighten up the budget and go back to how I was before I kind of fell out of my routine. All right, so for this column, basically what I want to do is just write down just a few reminders of different goals that I want to do this month, or things that will take some budgeting or some money or something. So this one is, the first one is taxes. So taxes due next month. Then I want to start my Go Wild 24 savings. But I'm probably not going to start those this month. Those are probably going to be starting next month. Then we also have St. Patrick's Day. Not that we do anything crazy, but we may go out with friends, or I might do something a little seasonal for that. Then we have some medical expenses coming up. So we have to account for those. Okay, so I have these headers. Technically, these are supposed to be used for the monthly view of the planner, but this almost fits perfectly. And you know what I'm gonna do? Actually, instead of using this one, because this was Go Wild month, I think I'm gonna use something Go Wild here. But good to know that these headers fit here, because I could use them here too. We have so much swag from Go Wild that I need to use it up. So this is like one of the sticker books that we were given during Go Wild, and I love how the colors go so well with this kit, and I need to make sure that I use it all up. Or I mean, I don't have to use it all up, but I like to use it all up. Okay, so I think I have a few ideas on using some of these stickers. I'm going to use it down here or up here? I'll try it down here. And I'll just trim the edge. There we go. And then I think I saw a script somewhere. Yeah, some of these. Stay wild. But I may add this one, this script for the month. Is it too much? I think it might be too much, so I'm not gonna do that. One thing I forgot to add here was return something from Amazon. I have some extra things that I ordered that I'm not gonna use. So I need to return those. Amazon. Okay, and then for my breakdown. So let's go ahead and start writing down the breakdown. So I just wanted to go over really quickly what was different in this budget. So I am taking back down to like a minimum, like I'm going to work because I want to kind of get back on track. I'm going to work on the least amount of income possible. So that's where that number comes from. Then for these are sinking funds, high priority. My low priority sinking funds are all built in here in the budget, like for example, clothing, beauty, household, all of those are low priority sinking funds. These are the high priority sinking funds. So these are all those bills that have a due date throughout the year, but they're not due every month. So for example, taxes, for instance. So I know that we're gonna probably pay some taxes in April. So I'm saving a little bit each month. Our homeowners insurance, our property taxes, all of those are things that have a specific due date. So they did increase here. I had it at 1010 before, and now it's 1250. And the reason for that is because I did include vision, medical, dental, and my personal training as part of my high priority sinking funds, because my personal training, I purchase 12-week packages at my gym. So every 3 months, I will need to obviously have the funds in order to purchase if I want to continue those. And it's important to me, so I do want to continue it. So that's why I put it under the high priority sinking funds. Groceries, super tight this month, but also we're inching into the middle of the month. So maybe we could work with that. And then I was really tempted to like not put anything in the low priority sinking funds, because my credit card, because of the income the less income accounted for this month. My credit card bill, I'm not going to be able to pay as much as I had been paying. But the good news is that, you know, I didn't really accrue any additional debt. I did use cards while I was there, but I've paid off the balances because I did have the money. So I didn't accrue any additional debt, but I still have my remaining balance. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of the highlights or things that are different this month that I wanted to account for. So in the next few pages, I've already been listing all of the transactions. So I've logged all of the transactions from the start of this budget. So this budget actually started on February 24th because that was the last paycheck in February that I count towards March. And all of those transactions up until now have been logged in the next few pages. And typically what I do is I use the very next page after the overview page, the very next page, I use it to list all of my sinking funds, but I actually started logging the transactions right on the next page. So I'm going to use the last page here to log in those sinking funds. So I'm just referencing the ones for February so that I can write them here. So let's see. But let's do it this way. Since I don't have a header, I'm just going to go ahead and create my own header with a little washi. So I'm going to use the floral. Or washi strips, I guess we're calling these. So you can pretty much create your own kit or adjust your planner however you like. Just getting a little creative with some stickers. And of course, I run out. Oh, no, I didn't. I'm like, I could have sworn I had enough to cover the whole thing. There we go. So this will be date, sinking fund, amount, plus or minus, and then the balance. And I think I will use the March script here. I decided to use the same header thing that I was going to use in the earlier page, but I'm going to use it here. Because my sinking funds don't go all the way down to the bottom. So I think I'll use it here. I should have plenty of room. All right, so let's take a look. So this will be March. So this will be on 3/10, and instead of doing it a little bit each pay period or half of it each pay period, what I've been doing is I let the first pay period pay all of the bills that are due on that pay period, and then on the second pay period I will take all of the funds for the high priority sinking funds. So for example, all of the bills that are due at the beginning of March, and most of our bills are actually due at the beginning of March, I used a 2/24 pay period to pay all of those, and then on 3/10, since I didn't have a ton of bills that were coming out, I took all of the funds out for the high priority sinking funds, which I just did that like yesterday. So I need to add them to my cash envelopes. So this will be for car insurance, taxes. So car insurance is 60. Taxes is 420. Home insurance is 80. Prime is 10. Property taxes is 360. Art list 20. WordPress 20. Car registration it's 40. And then I have vision 20. Medical $80. Dental and 60. And then I also have PT, which is 80. Okay, so I grabbed my zebra click art. So I actually won this at Go Wild. There was a raffles that they were having during one of the sessions, and I won it, and I'm so excited because I actually love these. These are so cute. So I'm gonna basically just use that as the divider. So these are the high priority sinking funds, and then these are the low priority sinking funds. So this one will also be 310, and then the low priority sinking funds include clothing, beauty, and clothing. All of these are pretty much $40 down the list. And I'm thinking, so I have two. So planning in this page is for like a subscription that I have. And then the planning here is for other stuff that I want to get, like planner, stationery, that kind of thing. So this would be 40, and then holidays. That would be 60. And I think I was asked a question like, if I'm listing it already in the front, would it double count it? And I'm not counting it. I'm just relisting it here so that I can carry, list the balance here. Although I have the balance listed on the actual cash envelope, on the little slip that I have. So I'm thinking maybe I don't need to list the full balance here, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know yet. So this one works for now. I kind of like to see it all in one page as opposed to like each individual sheet within the binder. So I think this will work for now. So essentially my budget is pretty much all set for March. But I did want to add a little bit of extra deco. Alright, so I think I want to use some of these stickers because I have stickers for days. And since March is all about Go Wild, I want to kind of highlight some of that. I hope it's not too much. The stickers are so smooth. Okay, so I'll cut some of these like this. I'm kind of really liking how it's turning out. And I think I'll put some of it on this side just so that it can bring the two pages together. All right, you guys, so here's my full budget layout for the month of March. Let me know if you have any comments or questions. Here it is. Now I feel a lot more prepared. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for another budget with me video. And as always, friends, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.